Skip Bayless, perhaps the most hated sports analyst in the US, an icon for attacking LeBron James while praising players such as Tim Tebow and Michael Jordan. When people think of sports debate shows, Skip Bayless is one of the first person who comes to mind. Whether you love debate shows or hate them, it's understood that Skip Bayless is one of the most prominent faces of the sports debate world. But how did we get here? How did he come to embody the hot take and grab the attention of the viewing public? For that, we're gonna have to go all the way back to the beginning. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So before continuing, I see that a lot of you guys have been watching my videos lately, but most are not subscribed. I will kindly ask you guys to do it. It helps my channel grow and get my videos more out there in the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for subscribing. Let's get back to the video. Skip Bayless was born in Oklahoma City in 1951, and as publicly documented, he was not so much of an athlete himself. He played basketball in high school, and he is known for averaging 1.4 points per game in his senior year. Skip will then attend the University of Vanderbilt on a writing scholarship. From there, he bounced around from working as a print journalist with the LA Times, the Chicago Tribune, and he also wrote few books on the Dallas Cowboys. During this time, Skip Bayless turned his attention to radio and TV as he was hired by ESPN and made several appearances in the first debate show of ESPN, The Sports Reporters. He will then have his own show called Pizza, currently known as ESPN First Take. Now, this is what the first sports debate show used to be like before Skip Bayless.
Did it. How did Jacksonville do it?
Oh, well, they did it because they dominated. Well, Brunel. Let's start with the obvious. Mark Brunel is the flavor of the month, right?
But how did Skip exactly change sports debate shows forever? What made him popular? Plenty of analysts, athletes, or even players have hot takes. The simple answer to this question will be that Skip has a strong TV personality, but this quality can apply to other sports analysts as well. So I went back and looked at some old videos of Skip Bayless on the ESPN Throwback channel. I watched a good amount until I ran into this video right here.
What's the guy on First and 10?
We was just watching.
Yeah, the one that sit on the right.
Cold
he hate
pizza.
me. Oh, a cold pizza.
That's
First
what
and
it
10.
is. First and 10.
Yeah, Skip Bayless.
The guy on the
Bayless.
right, he hate me. I don't know what I ever did to this man, and all the people that that talk negative about me and this thing working out. That's the one I want to prove out of everybody in the whole world. That's the one I want to prove on.
This segment right here was the beginning and birth of Skip Bayless' TV persona that we are accustomed to watching. Skip actually got a reaction out of Allen Iverson, a player who didn't care what other people had to say about him, a player who did not care about practice, but somehow even he could not get over Skip Bayless's negative comments. Fast forward a few years, Skip continued his antics by repeatedly calling Chris Bosh Spice for playing soft with the Heat during the NBA Finals. This really got into Chris Bosh's skin that he had to make an appearance on First Take and explain that he takes pride in his family name and resorting to name calling isn't really analysis.
My thing is, my family, we take a lot of pride in our name. And my ancestors, my great-grandfather, my father, my grandfather, my aunts and uncles, we're very prideful with the Bosh name. And I don't like it being made fun of.
Skip was not fazed at all. He looked at Chris Bosh straight up to his eyes and went on a tirade about how Chris Bosh is a soft player and he will not stop calling him Bosh Spice until Chris Bosh starts playing more tougher.
I respect the Bosh name.
but I have no regrets with referring to you occasionally, especially early and at midseason, as Bosch Spy. I thought you were soft and passive and unaggressive.
Chris Bosh was not the only player Skip had a problem with. Skip really went hard on LeBron James after the NBA Finals against the Dallas Mavericks.
I'm not going to criticize LeBron for not scoring in this game because I don't expect him to score big in a game like this. Yeah, he got nervous-handed again, started bricking shots. He was even missing layups in the first half in the NBA, but no killer instinct, no rising to the biggest occasions. I still say the reason he chose to go to Miami was so Dwayne Wade could win him a ring or 3 or 4.
So in short, Skip Bayless is popular because he gets into feuds with professional athletes so they can go on the show and confront him for his ridiculous takes. This doesn't stop with athletes either. The Dallas Mavericks owner, Mark Cuban, went on First Take one time and he completely annihilated Skip for not even knowing the basics of how a zone defense works.
Why do you play a zone, Skip?
Well, again, I've seen him slash up any kind of defense when he feels like it.
Skip, one
He's
of the
a
things
freight
about
train. You just said you don't have the athletes that they have.
Okay, Skip. So when he was on the post, what were the different defensive schemes that Oklahoma City ran last night?
They used Cephalosha on him. They used Durant on him.
When he was in the post, what were the different defensive schemes that they used?
And Ibaka was supposed to come hard.
He was
and keep him
supposed to
from
come hard,
and
right?
he did.
I think it's important to note that Skip Bayless is not really a sports expert. Mark Cuban exposes that in this video. Most of Skip Bayless's arguments are opinion-based with cherry-picked stats. First Take or Undisputed are shows that you grow out of when you have an extensive knowledge of the games of football or basketball. Personally, I appreciate his entertainment value. Skip can be funny at times with some of his takes, but it's difficult to take some of these guys seriously when you know there is some type of bias behind every claims or arguments that they make. But again, at the end of the day, I respect Skip Bayless. He paved the way for the sports debate world. He's the reason we have the Stephen A and Shannon Sharpe of the world, and the reason we have many sports channels on YouTube where we all get to express our opinions one way or another. Skip Bayless is an entertainer. He is the voice of the not so public opinion. So many people that hate him may like him more than they think. But like his Twitter bio says, it's maybe not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. Translation: I'm going to say what I want, regardless of how ridiculous it sounds to you. Thank you, Skip, for keeping us entertained. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.